Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the PloungeCast. Today with us we have regular Adam.
Hey, what's up?
We have another regular, Theta.
Hello.
And we have this week's guest, DoctorBoson.
Hi.
And then we have me, Dragon. So we're actually full squad plus a guest. I don't think we've had this since episode 3.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Episode 3 confirmed.
Oh, yeah, that all makes sense now.
Yeah. Illuminati.
Mm-hmm. Because they have 3 squares and 1 eye, so, you know.
It's triangles, not squares.
That's exactly what I meant. Obviously.
Oh, yeah.
It's just
really
the Illuminati mind controlling me saying different things. Anywho, this week's guest is, as I mentioned, DoctorBoson. So, Boson, except going into the Plounge, what do you like to do?
There's a variety of things that I do. I do game design, I do role-playing, I dabble in martial arts, I like physics, which is pretty self-explanatory.
That sounds like some things I would like to ask you then, but, so you said,
Sounds like a plan.
yeah, you said game design, like, are you working on any game at the moment or something along those lines?
So, my company's actually working on 2 projects right now. I can't tell you about the first one, because I then have to kill everybody that listens to this podcast, but, I can tell you about the second one, and it's a tabletop setting, tabletop role-playing setting.
Oh.
At the moment, it's looking to be on a different planet about 1,500 years into the future. And basically, this planet has been isolated from humanity for the last, like the last 1,000 years or so.
Sounds like cool stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have some very scary animals.
So yeah, you can plug that later down when we end this thing. So
Yes.
the second thing you said, I completely forgot, but I wanted to ask you about it.
Professional.
Yes.
Yes, very.
So
The best.
You said games. You said role playing, I do believe. So what kind of role play?
It's tabletop role playing. Not Dungeons and Dragons. I can go on a rant about that, but I won't. I use a different system called Savage Worlds. It's a more simple, universal system, and it's a lot of fun. And actually, I will plug a thing for that. I have a blog, and there's a funny thing about the Savage Worlds system. After playing it for a long enough amount of time, you start to notice these patterns in movies and games and whatever media you're engaging in, where you can actually plug those characters into the system really, really easily. And if you've been playing, I've been playing the system for like 3 years, so after a while, it just sort of, it starts clicking in your head. Like, I watched The Hobbit the other day, and Legolas popped onto the screen. Spoilers, by the way. Legolas popped onto the screen, and he started shooting arrows, and half of my brain was like, oh my goodness, Legolas, and the other half of my brain was like, okay, it's a shooting of D8, it's marksman, steady hands, agility, yada yada. And I now have a blog where I'm just putting those characters into the system and publishing it because people think it's cool.
That sounds really cool, actually.
Yeah. I have to agree.
Yeah, I'll plug that later.
Yeah, you'll get plenty of time, and now we'll actually have a guest who legitimately has something like cool that they can plug, and maybe we can get some people.
No offense to literally every
Well,
guest
that's
we've
that's
had.
offensive to pretty much every
Yes,
other guest.
what plugs to other guests' things have we made in the past? Name one thing.
That really big like Star Wars ship.
Did the person on the cast make it?
No,
Exactly.
but it's
Oh,
still a
Cody
cool
made
thing.
2 articles.
Hmm?
Cody, he made some articles, and one of them
I
was
wasn't
getting
on
published.
that. I'm gonna say that, but I bet they were. Did we link those articles though?
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Because I don't
Well,
think we
they
did.
weren't published
wait.
at the time, so...
Well, anyways, there's also the other guy who had like a really big Magic the Gathering collection. So I guess that's really cool.
Yeah, but that's not something that other people can,
Yeah, but I mean,
partake it.
It was
This
like
is something-
$1,000 of
Yes,
cards.
but it's not like he's gonna sell that to other people. This Boson here, Mr. Dr. Boson here, he actually has a blog that you can read and shit. So that's a step forward. I think we're getting like 20% more professional just by this. So thank you for doing that.
At most.
Okay.
Yes, but it needs to be about 20% more, so we can go on with that. But
Yeah.
so what kind of martial arts are you into?
I do a little bit of a number of different martial. I do a little bit of Taekwondo. I did karate a little ways back, and I still remember some of the basics for that. I'm looking into Tai Chi and Kung Fu because those are really fun. Just really fun styles. A lot of my friends are into Jiu-Jitsu, so I'm learning that off to the side as well. And weapons. Staves, swords, spears, knives, whatever. It's all fun. I love it.
So you're
And I have all of them on my desk.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Did you make a
Got a
post
pair of-
about them? Like
Probably.
a while ago?
I know. I also have a pair of sai and a thing of nunchucks. And a 3-sectional staff.
That's quite a few weapons.
You should get a
They're
picture
all
of it
fun.
and show it. You should get a picture
yeah,
and show it to us.
I'll get a picture afterwards and plug it as well. I might have something on Imgur. Let me see if I can find that.
You can
Alright.
look it up later. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's alright.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, that sounds cool. So like the thought behind your username or the story behind your username.
It is a surprisingly boring story. Do any of you happen to know what a boson is?
Nope.
Yes.
No clue.
It's shit. I should know this. Higgs boson, or something like that. No, wait. I fucked it up. I tried. I at least tried. I had a guess. You two didn't. So I get like half a point for trying.
Close enough. So in physics, a boson is a subatomic particle that transmits energy. Stuff like a photon is a boson because it transmits light energy, heat. The Higgs boson transmits subatomic mass. It's not quite gravity, but it helps bind particles together through mass, and actually gives particles mass, because point particles technically shouldn't have mass. There's a whole bunch of really weird stuff in there. But I like physics, so I plugged boson, and I like physics, so I said doctor, so Dr. Boson.
Well, that's a better story than mine.
Just
Someone mispronounced my name, and okay, there you go.
Yeah. Mine is just I watch a show.
Surprise.
Dragons is at least sort of interesting.
Wait,
Like,
it is?
why 2 underscores?
Why 2 underscores? Well, you see, it all started a while back. I decided to stop.
Dragon
working.
1 underscore was taken, right? Dragon 1 underscore was taken.
Dragon was taken. I didn't want any numbers. I'm like, well, maybe underscore. And that was taken too. So I'm like, well,
Yep.
fuck you, system. I'll just go with
Called
2
it.
underscores. That's literally it. So I don't have
Okay.
an interest.
Amazing.
There's more uninteresting stories about usernames than there are interesting stories about usernames.
I'm pretty sure someone has just their full name as a name.
Well, obviously
Yeah.
someone does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a thing.
I'm thinking if there's any plungers who do that, but I can't think of any who use.
Yeah,
the same name.
generic Dave, maybe?
Is his first or last name generic?
Probably. I mean, it's Dave, so it's generic.
Dave Smith. And then...
But what? That doesn't sound right.
What, Dave Smith? That's generic as it gets.
That doesn't sound right for me.
Are we firing shots at generic Dave at this point?
We're not. It's-
Because I would
It
rather.
would
not,
be
'cause
funny if
he's
his
like the
actual
only
name
one
was Dave
who-
Smith.
He's like the only one who posts in the Spanish Meerkat sub, and I don't want to get on his bad side.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll make a bad post about me, and I don't want that. So
You make a bad
he's a
post
great
about me first,
kid.
because I'm the one that said it.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're
Please
listening,
don't
Dave, blame
Please don't kill
everything on Adam and make
No.
posts about him. Not me.
Yes, do
I
it.
think you're a great human being, and you're not generic at all. Whatever people say, you're special and awesome in your way.
Okay. Well.
Mhm.
Okay. Alright, well, we just spent 10 minutes talking about whatever the heck, so let's go on to our topic.
This show is
What do
What do we
over.
have
I'm not going
in this
anywhere.
to stay. Dragon?
You're the one who goes with topics, Adam. So you gotta start us off.
Yeah, you're the one who
Okay,
has every single topic ever.
Well, yeah, okay, I got 3. The first one, and probably the most important one, there are a bunch of purges that are supposed to be happening, like, the day after tomorrow. There's gonna be one in Georgia, California, Minnesota, and 2 in Florida.
What does this purge mean?
Well, like, there's a movie called The Purge, which is basically, like, one day out of every year, then crime
What
is,
is
like,
the movie?
completely free to do
Okay.
it. So it's like, but then someone on Facebook said, hey, who's ready to do a Louisville Purge? And then people took it seriously, and there are some people who, like, were, like, walking around with masks and setting off firecrackers and stuff outside. So then now there's, like, a long list of other things that another places where there are going to be a bunch of purges. Ones that already happened were in Las Vegas, Phoenix, Louisville, of course, and Detroit, and Los Angeles.
And the
Texas.
government just lets this happen, or
Well, they're not letting it happen. Like, they're improving their, like, well, not improving, but they're, like, sending out more troops. But that's, no. But more, yeah,
law enforcement people?
yeah, pretty much. Law enforcement people. I'm bad with words. But basically, like people were, like, freaking out. Like, one of the busiest streets, like, just suddenly went empty. So it's like, okay. So if any of you are in any of those locations right here on the screen right now, stay indoors for all night, which you probably should be doing.
Good thing I have a knife. And 6 other knives.
Yep.
And
But
a
then if
spear.
someone has a gun, it travels a lot
If
faster.
someone
than
has a
light.
gun and they get into my house, they're close quarters. That's my territory.
Yeah, but I mean, bullets travel a bit faster than knives, so just throwing it out
Just a
there.
little bit.
You have to react and pull the trigger, and triggers aren't as easy to pull as clicking a mouse or things. It's kind of heavy, So
Yeah,
if-
triggers are
mhm.
triggers are heavy. And
if Boson is quick enough and you're close quarters and you need to aim the weapon, and
You
I
have to
think
be
Boson
really
could
quick,
disarm them or cut them, or that's disarming them in a way. Somehow neutralize them and make them not a threat.
But I mean, then that would be applying that they have their giant rifles slung over their shoulder while walking into his house.
Giant rifle? Really? Giant rifles are worse than pistols in that respect because that's a lot more straight line that I can move out of the way of my face with
yeah,
my
pretty
spear or other things that are made to move things out of the way of my face.
But I mean, basically, if someone points their rifle at you, just smack the barrel away from you.
If they point a rifle at me in close range, yeah.
yeah, pretty much.
Get the point of the gun away from me.
Now
Yeah.
I can imagine is
And
someone
then
walking
claw
up
out
with,
their eyeballs.
It's like walking up to you with a rifle and you're going like, get that out of here. You're slapping it away.
Get out of here.
Well, there you go. If you're any other locations, then stay indoors. Don't go outside, or else you'll get shot.
Hide your wife, hide your kids. She's coming into your bed.
Wow.
That's it's 6 years old now.
Yeah, it doesn't mean I can run
Please
into
let
the
it
ground
die.
more.
Let it die, let it die.
Never.
Okay, well, never. Well, okay, we just went to nothingness. Even more professional.
Well, it's not nothingness if I say never.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well, I mean, never is
okay.
Okay. Oh, well,
Sure.
never mind. Just alright. Next topic. Who wants to say that?
I don't even just keep on going
yeah,
with the topics.
just go.
Okay. Topic.
I do it, but I
what's it
don't
called?
remember.
Kucher gets swatted. Someone calls the SWAT
Oh,
team
yeah.
on him, and then it's get during a stream, and then they get put your hands up, put your hands on the ground, put it between your legs. Oh, no, I don't know.
What?
Hands behind your head, usually, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've never heard a law enforcement official yell to somebody to put their hands between their legs.
Yeah, I don't think that's what they say.
Yeah. Wow.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Amazing,
Basically,
Adam. 10 out of 10.
I meant to set it behind their head, but I mean, it's like, I don't know. But basically, the guy gets, like, during a stream, he gets, like, tackled by a bunch of SWAT team members. And then, like, for the next, like, 10 minutes after that, like, there's, like, in front of a camera saying, like, hey, what is this game? What are you doing? We heard there was a shooting in this building. And I was like, and he was like, like, what's funny? Nothing, just trying not to be, like, evil or something. But, I mean, it's, like, really stupid.
Yeah,
like,
but basically, like, I think, kind of important detail you missed is, like, these people that watch this stream, they figure out where this person lives, and then they call the, law enforcement on them, like 911, and they say, like, ridiculous shit, like, oh yeah, I'm at this address, and I just shot 2 people, and I'm holding hostages, so you better not come over here. And of course they show up, because you can't, like,
Aren't you supposed to be like a witness, not be the guy who did it, though?
I don't know.
Because
I'm not sure exactly of the details, but that's what the article said, that he said something, that the troll said something along those lines. And I think or he made like a threat that he was gonna go out from this address and go like shoot up some school. And the thing is, whatever state this was in had already had 2 of the biggest school shootings in like U.S. history. So it's a very sensitive case.
Yeah, but I mean, like, basically, like, the guy who, like, the main guy who's, like, taking all the credit for it is Twitter called Payne, @ScrewPayne.
Should we really give him more attention?
No, but I mean, basically, he was saying, oh yeah, I'm the one who got him swatted. I feel sorry for Kutra, but I don't feel sorry for the I don't know what I'm
police.
saying. Yeah. I can't speak today for some reason.
It's
Yeah.
fine. We all have those.
We all have those days.
Yeah, but basically the guy's an asshole, so.
Well, duh.
Yeah. Like, what point is there to, like, call a SWAT team on him? He's not doing anything wrong. He's just playing Counter-Strike. That's not really...
Yeah, I saw, the reason I know of it is, I saw, like, the GIF of it. And basically, like, he was playing Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and it's, like, really funny to think, like, if they say, oh, what are you doing? He's like, no, I'm just playing a game. And then the voiceover for, like, terrorist wins goes up on the speakers. It's like, yeah, it's a game, you know? It's like, yeah, sure it is.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like
Real
bombs
life
been
ain't a
planted.
game, kid.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, the bomber's been planted. And, I think pretty much everyone just got freaked out, like, oh god, what if they hear it? He's gonna go to jail and get, like, shot or something. Because, like,
Everyone
that's
watching
the big
the stream
problem
gets
that everyone
jailed.
has. Like, that's the problem that everyone has with these swatting things. Because, like, there could be, like, a really impatient SWAT guy, and, like, just, like, shoot the guy, because, I don't know.
Or, you know, well,
No.
if I read someone saying, like, well, if you heard someone or some people coming into your apartment, and you do have a gun at hand, of course you'd grab it for self-defense and, like, you know, hunker down and get ready to shoot the intruder, because they're probably gonna hurt you. But if that intruder is law enforcement, and the law enforcement thinks that you're doing something really bad, they're not gonna hesitate to shoot, you're not gonna hesitate to shoot, someone's gonna end up either dead or injured.
Yeah.
So this,
but I
like,
mean,
innocent little prank, I'm so funny, guys, is gonna get someone killed, and that's the worst part of it.
yeah. And then, like, there was a person that was, like, making a good point about, like, how it's not really a prank. It's just, like, a really cruel, like, thing to do if you're an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, first off, like, there's the expenses for sending out a SWAT team. That's, like, several $100,000. Probably not that much, but a lot of dollars. And then there's, like...
non-zero number of dollars.
Yep. And then there's, like the expense, like the risk of a car crash, because they had to drive so fast. And, like, people got freak out, like, oh god, what do I do? And then crash into a tree. And then there's, like, again, the expenses for, like, knocking down all the doors.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like, the SWAT teams, like, they literally knock down doors and, like, damage the hinges and everything.
Yeah, property damage.
So pretty much everything that costs money, the guy has to pay for. If he's
Well,
ever
not
found.
not necessarily. The thing is that if he's innocent, which he is, the government has to pay for that.
Well, yeah, but I mean, doesn't the guy who called in the SWAT team just for the joke, wouldn't he be fined?
The prankster will be fined significantly more than what they actually had to pay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's Kucher getting swatted.
If you want to prank somebody with the cops, you have to know a cop personally. And you can have some really funny pranks like that. I was talking to one of my friends the other day, and he's friends with a cop just outside of town. And one of his buddies was driving in from somewhere, and they're all car guys. They all love cars. And his friend is driving through the part of town where his cop buddy works, and he goes, hey, he calls up his cop buddy, and he goes, hey, I have a friend driving through there. You should mess with him. And he's like, oh, okay, I'll do that. So, friend's buddy, his name is Jordan, he's driving through town. And, of course, the cop turns on his lights and gets behind him. And he's like, oh, damn, this is the worst thing ever. Car guys hate cops. I don't know why, but they do. He gets pulled over. Cop comes up to him and he goes, do you know how fast you were going? And he goes, officer, I wasn't speeding. He goes, do you know how fast you were going? He goes, like 55. Yeah, Dylan says hi. And he walks back to his car. And he drives away.
Wow.
That's really funny.
If you want to mess with somebody, you can, but you have to know the person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't just call in like a several $1,000 SWAT team just to mess with someone.
Yeah, and again, like,
and
even if you know someone, you need to make sure
it's like calling 911 to a party.
Right.
Yeah. Well, anyways, this is 22 minutes in. So
No, it's fine. We can seriously go off on a tangent.
Yeah.
We have not that much time pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, does anyone have any like more things to talk about that? And otherwise, let's move on to the next topic.
Like that? No, I think I pulled the jokes and I've got the insight that I had. So, yeah, it's fine. We can move on.
Okay. Alright, well, next topic, which is the last one that I found, was a lot more boring. The new 3DS LL.
What the hell is an LL?
It's like large.
Well, yeah. It's like
Really?
the Japanese...
Yeah, I don't know.
But, well, it's like... LL is like... It's what the Japanese, like... It's what the 3DS XL is called in the Japan land.
Uh-huh.
Like the 3DS XL, 3DS LL. Like now it's literally called the new 3DS XL, pretty much.
It's
Which
like new
basically
Super
has,
Mario Bros. U. 2.
Yeah, that's
It's
exactly what
nothing.
I said.
It's anything but new.
But basically, like, all it is like there are two new shoulder buttons. The volume sliders on the top screen. There are actual buttons for the start and select buttons, and there's there's another circle pad. It's like right.
Oh,
Did you know the screen is fucking huge?
No, it's not any different. Hold on, my
No, it's
phone
not?
just, like, there we go. Yeah, but it's like slightly taller and like a better, faster GPU.
Wait, you
But
have
other
one?
than that, I don't have one yet, but I have a normal 3DS XL. It's red. It's ugly.
You have the red one? I have the
Yeah.
Fire Emblem edition thing. It's really fancy and cool looking.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like it's not that much different. Besides just it basically all it did is like iron out some of the flaws of the design. That's already really good.
It feels like the people who already own a 3DS, like, they already have the 3DS. It's not the switch from, like, the normal DS to 3DS. Because, you know, it's the same machine, and it's about the same size as the big one, with some added features. Sure, if you don't own a 3DS of any sort, and you're getting a new one, I can see people buying this. But if you already have one, why would you get this?
But I mean, like, if you were able to like swap it, like if you were able to swap it for like a $20 fee or something like that, I'd do that.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, first of all, it looks a bit better too. Like
it sounds like it would perform better for the Smash games as well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you got a
it would,
point
actually.
for that game.
Well, I mean, I think like, and also here's one other topic that's kind of similar to it. Someone released a bunch of leaked images for Smash 4.
Yes.
It was like the ESRB images and videos, that are supposed to be sent to ESRB for the ratings, which is why there's so many butt pictures on it.
Yep. And actually, one of the characters that was shown in the leak was just revealed. It's the guy from Xenoblade Chronicles. I can't remember his name.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
heard everyone
It's like,
talking about it.
yeah, I heard that. It's like, it's something with SH.
Also, Bowser Jr.
Also Bowser Jr.
Yeah.
Ganondorf is already coming back. So either that person got really lucky with their with a fake leak, or that was a real leak.
I don't even know how it can be fake. It's like literally, it's exactly the same as the E3 conference.
Yeah, like it's all the same. Like the character select screen is a little bit different from what I've seen of the 3DS character select screen so far, but that's mostly because they added new characters. All the renders are completely new. All the characters so far seem completely reasonable to keep in a game and have been announced so far.
Yeah. But I mean, it's like that's kind of good and also bad at the same time. Because like first off, it's good because I mean, well, Bowser Jr. confirmed and the guy from the Xenoblade Chronicles confirmed. Whoop-de-doo. But then it's also bad because earlier, I think last year, someone leaked the cutscenes from the single player campaign, and then a day later, Nintendo released an article saying, "Oh, we're not going to do single player anymore because like we want it to be completely new for everyone." And it's like, come on. So I mean, if they find out, like, there's also the possibility that they'll just remove Bowser Jr. and the Xenoblade Chronicles guy.
Oh, I mean, no, they definitely know about the leak because they removed the fuck out of those videos really fast.
Yeah. I just hopefully they don't do that. Remove Bowser Jr.
It's so far into development now that if they did that, they'd be throwing away hundreds of hours of work, and that's not worth it.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, like, really, like, the 3DS, not much different. Just a tiny little... Yeah. Just move around some buttons and call it the new one, and more sales. I'd get it, though, if I didn't have to pay full price, if I could just swap it or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well...
Anyone else have anything fun they want to talk about? Or, not even fun, just anything to talk about?
Well, all the topics I explained were, like, the ones we came up with, like, 20 minutes before
Well, that's
the
what we
podcast
always
started.
do. Come on.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we usually have more than that. And
We
like,
have more
the
than 3
guests,
topics? What podcast was you on?
The one before last time when I was here,
Well, to be fair,
and also the one where neither of you were here and I was the only one.
Yeah, that was the one 2 times ago.
Yeah.
Let's see. I have stories. I have a good number of stories.
We go for a story. We can go over time. That's fine.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess I'll go ahead and. All right. So I guess I'll tell about the monster that is Master Miller. So one of my buddies is a black belt martial artist and a studio up in Austin.
Oh, you can tell this is gonna be good.
And oh my god, this man is incredible. So, not my friend, good friend. He's a very good fighter, way better than I am. He trains under somebody named Master Miller. Master Miller is about mid-40s, maybe early 40s. He's 6'4", about 220 pounds. He's fast as hell. He has 5 different 5th degree black belts in 5 different martial arts, about 6 first degree black belts in other martial arts, and pretty much dabbles in everything else that he doesn't have a belt in. He's huge, he's strong, he's fast, and there's a couple of interesting stories that have come out of that studio. So, I guess the first one, okay, so, firstly, when I first I visited the studio one time, because, my friend works there, so, I visit the studio, and I walk in, and Master Miller is out on the dojo floor, and he's practicing katana forms. And I have a training katana. It's just a big old plastic thing. I've been using it for a few years, and I'm okay. I'm still learning the forms because it's very, very difficult to use a katana correctly. And he's just going at it. He's flipping it around in his hand and getting it back behind him. He's doing strikes. He's doing blocks and everything. His form is completely perfect. And I'm walking in like, oh man, he's a weapons expert too. Holy shit! And my buddy, the one who works there, his name's Clay. He looks over and he goes, I didn't know Master Miller knew katana. And I look over at him and he's, what do you mean? Like, oh, he must have picked that up in like the last 3 weeks. What the fuck? What? So yeah, he learned how to do katana perfectly in like 3 weeks, so that's cool. And then there's some interesting stories. He picks people up and hits other people with them.
What?
Yeah, like so. The black belts were doing a 3-on-1, 3 of them versus Master Miller. He picked up the smallest one, who was like maybe 100 pounds. He was just a kid. Picked up the smallest one and hit one of the other black belts with him, and then kicked the other one. Like, he just did it. It's just something he can do. I know when he was like 19, he got into a 9-on-1 fight, and won, pretty handily. They were armed, he wasn't.
Is this guy like some sort of alien or human?
I don't know. I don't understand how he I don't understand how he exists. It doesn't make sense. There's more. There's a few more stories. So they were doing another 3-on-1 versus him, and somehow, I don't know how, but somehow they got him to the ground. So my buddy, he goes into a jujitsu hold called side guard, and basically what that means is you put your torso over their torso and you bind their arms and legs, so it's very difficult to move. There's a couple of specific techniques that you can do to get out of that. Bucking and rolling is the easiest one. But there's a number of different things you can do, and if you're really good at jiu-jitsu, you can figure out what they're going to do, get in their head, and then react to that when they do it, and to get them into a submission. So normally, like, you thrust your hip up, and then you move to the side to get them off balance, and then get out of the guard. Master Miller doesn't do that. Master Miller picks him up while he's on the ground. He just picks him up, and he throws him. And then he gets back up.
So, I think you know Captain America.
It gets better. It gets better. So in black belt training, you are supposed to all different dojos do black belt training differently. But when you're testing for your black belt, you do 1-man fight, 2-man fight, 3-man fight, etc., etc. I've heard of studios that go up to 6-man fighting, where you basically survive for a minute and a half against 6 different people. This studio isn't quite that big, so they only go up to, I think they only go up to 3-on-1 fights. I mean, they have Master Miller, so I'm sure that fills up the space, but... So, this guy was getting his black belt training done, and he was going up against just Master Miller. I wasn't here for this, and neither was my friend, but there is physical proof of this having happened, and you'll hear what that is in a second. So, apparently Miller went in for a straight kick, which is, it is what it sounds like. It's just, you pick up your leg, and then you thrust it out in front of you towards their chest to throw them off balance, or whatever. It's normally not meant to really hurt them. It's more designed to throw them off balance, to open them up to a different strike. And normally what you want to do against a front kick is you cross your arms in front of you, and then you absorb the blow with your arms. You just absorb the shock. Because normal people have reasonable amounts of strength. The thing is, you don't block against Mr. Miller, because he's basically a fucking truck. So, Mr. Miller kicks this guy, and being a normal human being, he crosses his arms to block the kick. He got thrown through the wall. And was sent to the hospital for a concussion. There's still a hole in the wall, last I checked.
You're telling me he made a hole in the wall by kicking
There is a hole in the wall by kicking a guy. And the guy wasn't against the wall when he kicked him. He got kicked into the wall, and now there's a hole there. Yeah, you know Captain America, I'm telling you. So, here's the worst part. Master Miller has his own master.
No. You're kidding.
And no, it gets worse. It gets worse. The Master Miller trains with this man, and his master also has 2 or 3 other students that train with Master Miller. with him. And one of the exercises that they do is that his master's name is Villarreal. So Master Villarreal puts on a blindfold, and their goal is to touch him, not to hit him, not to take him down, to touch him. And they haven't done it yet. They haven't done it.
Wow.
Just, I don't know what to say to that. It's just, what the fuck?
I don't know how these people can exist. I don't know.
Yeah. That's just, wow. Okay.
Although, I hate to be the one to say it, but I'm gonna say, this is all great and awesome to be able to do, but once someone points a gun at them at, like, kind of a distance, they're fucked.
Yeah.
Correct. He trains the Austin SWAT department. He knows what they do. It doesn't matter what they have on him.
But they,
God.
You put a gun at a person.
Is he God?
Huh?
Is he God?
He very well could be. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, that was some awesome. I think this episode is gonna be called pretty much just like, The Adventures of Mr. Miller.
The Adventures of literally God.
Mm-hmm. So thanks, based Mr. Miller and his master, for making this podcast possible. I want to thank.
Please don't kill us.
Exactly. I want to, just thank the people that keep listening to this, because for some reason they do. I'm not really sure why, but for some reason people do it, and it makes us smile, and it probably makes the people listening smile, and that's all good. And lastly, before we go, everyone's gonna plug something, or if they want to plug something, and we'll go with you last, Boson, because you actually have some stuff to plug. So, Theta, anything?
I don't know. r/sandwiches?
That never happened.
Yeah. That's gonna be a running gag now.
That you, I, and Randy will get. Great. Then, Adam, were you there for it?
Oh yeah, no. Adam was AFK like always.
Okay, Adam, anything interesting you want to tell people to go to?
I have been on my phone recording what I've been doing when I'm not talking.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
Okay.
That's really it.
Okay. Alright.
Well, there we go.
I should plug r/Spanish Meerkat, because that's the best.
Now you gotta be modded.
I am
because shoutouts.
So I'm a mod there, and
you already are.
Yeah, and you should get over there and have fun, because we have fun there. Everyone there has fun, and you should also go there, Theta.
What even is that place?
It's a fantastic place. It's the Fantastic Mirror Sub.
Very informational. 10 out of 10.
So, Boson, you had.
I'm probably gonna be banned though.
Now's your chance. Just everything. Go.
Yeah, I'm gonna plug my blog again. It's called savageit.blogspot.com. And I think, what do we have right now? We have, like, the Mountain from Game of Thrones. We have, Batman from the Dark Knight trilogy. I just put up Applejack today. We have Spider-Man. We have Link from The Legend of Zelda. We have and I'm putting up characters every day. I think we have Lucario and Charizard as well. And then I'm also going to say that I'm going to be running my players through a Halo setting relatively soon, and I'll be recording that and putting it up. So keep an eye out for that. That's pretty much it.
Okay. Not the games you were working on, like, just the company or something.
Those are still in very, very early development. I will be plugging those as they come closer to release. And I believe as of right now, it's just called Project Foundation. And anybody that wants to know cool stuff about that, just get a hold of me. It's some pretty interesting shit.
Yeah, I want to know something about it.
Yeah, we'll probably ask you a billion questions after this podcast is over.
Yes.
Okay.
And everyone else...
You will be held in custody.
Yes.
For questioning.
Spam your PMs at reddit.com/u/DoctorBoson and send your private messages to him there. Again, we want to thank everyone for watching.
Send selfies too.
And yeah, that's us done for today. And goodbye.
Bye.
See ya.